This is section 2.5. This is part 3. We've been talking about area. We just calculated the area of a triangle using the formula. Now we're going to find the area of, when you see pi, this is a circle. And the formula is A equals pi r squared. We're given the radius, we're looking for the area. Area is, pi is 3.14 times the radius squared. It is important that you recognize that the square power, the second power, belongs on the 12, not on the 3.14. So when I go to calculate this, this is 3.14 times, this is 12 times 12, which is 144. Now multiply 3.14 times 144, and your units are 452, well, your area is 452.16. Okay? One thing you may want to watch out for on problems where you get decimals, generally speaking, if you start off with decimals, they're going to want a decimal answer. Always pay attention, though, to beside the answer blank, there might be something in blue telling you how they want your answer. They may want it written as a fraction. They may want it as a decimal. They may want it as a decimal rounded to a particular place. So if they asked you to round to the nearest tenth, this is your 10th position. The TH tells you you're on the right-hand side of the decimal. When you're asked to round to a particular place, I always underline it. You look at the next number over to the right. If the next number is a 5 or above, you bump this number up to a 2. So this 6 is going to bump this up to a 2. If the number is 0 through 4, I would just keep the 1. If I were asked to round this to the nearest tenth, what I would write is 452.2. Okay, so now let's talk about volume. The volume is a measurement of a three-dimensional object. It's a measure of the space occupied by the object. A reason you might want to know the volume of something is if you're buying a freezer, you need to know, if you read the sticker on a freezer at a hardware store, it always tells you the volume of the inside. So you have an idea of how much space you're going to have actually inside the freezer. These are measured in cubic units. Cubic units. So you might see meters cubed or inches cubed. Again, just like on the square, don't worry about that third power. It's just a unit. You don't let it mess you up. Okay, so the volume is equal to the length times width times height. This is the volume of a, please excuse my bad drawing skills, a right rectangular solid, aka a box of some kind. Okay? Your length, and it doesn't matter which is length, width, and height. So let's say this is 3, this is 5, and this is 10. So it's 10 here, 5 this way, and 3 up. But if you flip the box on its side, you might label them differently, but it's still the same box. So it really doesn't matter which way you do it. The volume is the length times the width times the height. 10 times 5 is 50, times 3 is 150. So the volume of this particular box would be 150 cubic units. So whatever they gave to you, that's what it would be.